The art of asking, the skill that can change your life. There is a skill that almost every person uses every single day, but very few people truly understand its power. And that skill is asking. Think about it. A child asks question without worrying about looking foolish. A student asks a teacher when they don't understand something. An employee asks for an opportunity. An entrepreneur asks someone to believe in an idea. And a person with a dream asks life for one more chance. But somewhere along the way, something changes. We grow older and we become afraid to ask. We start thinking, what if they say no? What if they will think about me? What if I look weak? What if they reject me? And because of those thoughts, we stay silent. We don't ask for the opportunity, we don't ask for help, we don't ask the question, we don't ask for the chance. And sometimes the biggest opportunity of our lives are not lost because we were not capable enough. They are lost because we were too afraid to ask. Welcome to Success Ritual. Today I want to talk about something simple but incredibly powerful, the art of asking. Because asking is not just about saying what you want. There is a right way to ask, there is a wrong way to ask. And when you understand the difference, a simple question can become a powerful tool for changing your life. Ask with intelligence. The first rule is simple, don't just ask intelligently. There is a big difference between saying, can you help me? And saying, I have already tried these two solutions, but I am still facing this problem. Could you help me understand what I am missing? The second question immediately shows something different. It shows preparation. It shows that you have made an effort. And most importantly, it shows that you respect the other person's time. Before you ask someone for help, do your homework. Understand the problem. Think about possible solution and know exactly what you are looking for. Because the right question can save you months, sometimes years of confusion. Imagine you want to start a business. Instead of asking someone, how do I become successful? Ask them, what was the biggest mistake you made when you were starting and what would you do differently today? That's a much better question. Why? Because it invites experience, it invites a real answer. It gives you something you can actually learn from. The same applies to almost everything in life. Don't ask, how can I improve? Ask, if you were in my position, what would you improve first? Don't ask, how can I be successful? Ask, what would I focus on if I want to make meaningful progress over the next year? The more specific your question is, the more useful the answer can become. The quality of your question often determines the quality of the answer you receive. Ask with faith. The second rule is ask with faith. And faith doesn't mean believing that you will get everything you ask for. It means believing that you are worthy of trying. When you are asked someone for an opportunity, there is always a possibility that they will say no. But understand this, a no is not always a judgment of your ability. Sometimes it simply means not now, not here, not from this person, not in this way. And sometimes that rejection is simply redirecting you toward another path. Imagine you have a dream, you want to start something, you want to build a career, you want to create something meaningful. You finally gave the courage to ask for an opportunity and someone rejects you. What would you do? Do you stop? Do you decide that you are not good enough? Do you go back to where you started? No. You learn, you improve, and you try again. You look for another door because the person who fears rejection eventually stops asking. But the person who understands rejection keeps moving. And eventually, one door opens. You don't need everyone to believe in you. Sometimes you only need one person to give you a chance. And sometimes that person is you. Ask without expecting everything. This is where many people misunderstand this part of asking. Asking is powerful, but asking doesn't mean demanding. You can ask for an opportunity, but you cannot demand that someone give it to you. You can ask for advice, but you cannot force someone to become your teacher. You can ask for support, but you cannot respect or expect someone else to carry your responsibility. There is a difference between asking and entitlement. A mature person understands that everyone has their own priorities, responsibilities, and boundaries. So when you ask someone for something, give them the freedom to say no. And if they say no, respect it. Don't become angry. Don't become bitter. Don't take it as an attack on your character. Simply accept the answer and keep moving. Because your goal is not to convince everyone. Your goal is to find the right opportunity. Sometimes the right answer comes from the wrong person. And something the right opportunity appears only after the one wrong door closes. Ask yourself the right question. There is one person we often forget to ask ourselves. We spend so much time asking other people what we should do that we forget to ask ourselves what we actually want. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What am I capable of? What am I avoiding because I am afraid? What would I attempt if I knew rejection could not stop me? What kind of person do I want to become? These questions can change your direction because sometimes the biggest obstacle is not a lack of opportunity, it's lack of clarity. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you are willing to sacrifice. You don't know what you are capable of. And when you don't know what you are asking for, how can you expect anyone else to understand? So before asking the world for something, learn to ask yourself the right questions. And perhaps the most important question is, why not me? Why can't I learn this? Why can't I improve? Why can't I start? Why can't I become better? You may not have the answer today, but asking the question gives you permission to explore the possibility. One question can change everything. Think about how many important things in your life begin with a question. A friendship, a conversation, a lesson, a job, a business opportunity, a new direction. Someone simply asked, and because they asked, something happened. A conversation started, a door opened, an opportunity appeared. This is why you should never underestimate the power of a simple question. One question can introduce you to someone. One question can reveal an opportunity. One question can solve a problem. One question can change your perspective. And sometimes one question can change the direction of your entire life. But remember something. You cannot sit in a place and expect life to deliver everything your doorstep. You have to participate. You have to communicate. You have to reach out. You have to knock, and sometimes you have to knock again. So start asking, and ask for knowledge, ask for feedback, ask for opportunities, ask for advice, ask for help when you genuinely need it. Ask better questions, and most importantly, don't allow the fear of hearing no to stop you from discovering what you could have been a yes. Because the answer you fear is often just one word, no. But the answer you will never receive is the answer to the question you were too afraid to ask. So from today, remember these three things. Ask with intelligence. Prepare yourself before you ask. Ask specific questions. Make an effort first. Ask with faith. Believe that you are capable of trying. And don't let rejection define you. And keep moving when one door closes. And finally, ask with humanity. Understand that you will not get everything you ask for, and that's okay. Because the purpose of asking is not to control the answer. The purpose of asking is to create a possibility. You knock on the door, you don't control who opens it. But if you never knock, you will never know what was waiting on the other side. So ask. Ask boldly. Ask wisely. Ask respectfully. And when life says no, don't give up. Learn, improve, move forward. Then knock on the next door. Because sometimes success does not belong to the person who knows everything. It belongs to the person who was brave enough to ask, what if I try? And perhaps that's where your next chapter begins. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.